Hello and welcome to the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Lolita Guarin, and welcome to my podcast. If you're new, leave me a comment below and tell me I'm new. But if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. And yes, you please leave me a comment and say, yes, I've been here before. And if you have subscribed to my channel already, thank you so much. If not, please do so. Or not, whatever you like, of course. Anyway, so we are continuing conversation about the mistakes that we make that maybe is not really helping with your stress levels. So today I want to specifically talk about multitasking. Are you doing this mistake? And when there is a multitasking, there's one thing that comes to my mind is the movie where you see a woman usually holding a baby, talking on the phone, and then stirring a pot. That's multitasking. And if you're thinking now, like, how is this a mistake? How can you not multitask? Like, you can walk around, breathe, talk on the phone, and chew a gum at the same time, right? That's called life. You cannot now multitask. But specifically, what I'm talking about, the multitasking is something that needs focus. Obviously, you can walk around, chew a gum, and talk on the phone, definitely. But how much of focusing will there be if, let's say, you walk and then you see something on the ground and you're paying attention to, oh my gosh, there's a snake when walking. You already lost your focus on your conversation. We already know this. But I specifically want to talk about you at work. You're on your tasks that you really need to pay attention to. You need to really focus. And that multitasking that we think when you need to focus on both things, it really doesn't work because your brain is not doing this at the same time. The illusion there is that you're doing this at the same time. But what actually happens is that you have focus here and then you have focus there. You have here and here, here and here. So you're constantly jumping. So it's not like it happens at the same time. It's not. So it's like, okay, well, so what do you want me to do now? You see what happens when you multitask, you lose the focus on both things. So there is a high probability that you will make a mistake on either of those. So if you think that multitasking is saving you time, if you're gonna make a mistake because you didn't pay attention to that and you have to redo it, how has that saved you time? Well, it didn't. So do it the first time. And well, you're like, well, so what is that specifically want me to do? When you start a task, tell yourself, I'm just gonna do it until it's done. Of course, if it's short enough, right? You cannot write a report for 3 days in a row without going to sleep, right? But try finish everything. I caught myself multiple times on multiple occasions when I'm like, hey, I'm going to write this email to somebody. I'm going to respond to the message. And then I get another message on the phone. And then I start messaging on the phone people here. And then I realize, oh, wait, I totally forgot to send this email. So now I'm like, I'm going to finish sending an email. And then I'm going to look at my phone. It helped a lot, let me tell you that, because then the brain is more in control of things. There's a focus, there's a organization that actually works, and then you feel less burnt out. Because imagine doing something is like opening a file. You open a file and you don't close it. You start doing something else. So that files keep running. Like opening multiple tabs on your internet, right? Like all of them running at the same time. They are really taking up your bandwidth. The same way works with your energy levels. The same way works with your stress and your burnout. Why you burn out by the end of the day? Because you were doing too much. You were putting too much on effort and focus and energy on multiple things at the same time. But if you start cutting off on this multitasking and pay attention, really, like when you're doing something, have you started and finished? Or you just dropped it open, hanging in there, and you think, I'm going to come back to this. And you never did. Start to finish. I hope that helped. And leave me a comment below and tell me, are you good with multitasking or you stop multitasking? And I love to hear a good story about how somebody did something and it helped them a lot. So leave me a comment below and tell me how's that multitasking going for you. Maybe you're already not doing this mistake and how that helped you and what did you do so you can share your experiences with others. And if you have another topic in the stress management that you want me to touch base, please let me know. And probably next week I will do another episode where I will be addressing people's questions that I receive about stress management. And if you have a specific situation that you want me to address, of course, I will be happy to do that. But if you feel like you need more close relationship, one-on-one coaching, I'm here for you as well. You're welcome to come out to my website, beamazingyou.com. Of course, all of this is in the description below. And just book a session. And if you don't want to do a whole hour session, there is a secret sauce session that is 30 minutes, just short and sweet, that we just can really dig deep into something that is very present to you right now and, get some stress relief. So let me know how I can help